Yeah, Snap's newest season pass card is Strife, and I think this one has the potential to be kind of busted in that sort of Shulao or Star-Lord space. If a season pass card starts with the letter S, look out. I was playing this one today as a regular like 20 power or more 4-drop, which is just crazy stat output because it's super easy to copy Fin Fang Foom. Since he's 7 cost, you can isolate him as the highest cost card in your hand, copy him with this objective, and Strife is just an absolute powerhouse at only 4 energy. But also, you know what? Copying a blob isn't bad. Copying an Artem Zola can actually be really sick too, because it can, you know, create copies of blobs or Fin Fang Fooms to just put out some really, really big numbers in this deck. And this objective is actually pretty trivial to meet. 3 on reveals is super easy, even in a deck like this with some higher cost stuff. That basically means you play one thing like on turn 2 or 3. Penny Parker can actually kind of serve dual utility if you spread those out. You play a second one on turn 5. That's why there's multiple 5 cost on reveals in this deck. And then finish with the turn 6 on reveal like Artem Zola or Blob. That's what you need for Strife, and it's like perfectly timed as well to make sure you have plenty of time to draw that Foom and hit the cards that you want. On top of that, because this is an objective, it actually works really well with priority for something like Fin Fang Foom. Objective goes off at the end, even after end of turn stuff, which means your opponent's going to have the chance to play out those cards, reveal those cards, or scale those cards to make sure Strife gets as big as possible off of that Fin Fang Foom. So it's like a cheap Foom that actually hits more consistently in a lot of ways, which is kind of crazy. And I don't even really think this is necessarily the best sort of shell for this. This is kind of a greedy way to do this. Despite that, I had a 17-4 run up 38 cubes today with this deck. There were 5 bot games in the mix, if I counted right. So it was kind of like 12-4 against real opponents, but that's still a great run against real opponents as well. So this might be a great way to play Strife. You've also just got any awesome big on reveal, Galactus, Dr. Doom, Shulao. I was thinking about, like, I don't know, Gilgamesh and Zudex, right? There's so many cool things you can probably do with this card. It feels like the sky is the limit, and it feels like this one is very powerful potentially. The early data also looks good, even though it's super early data. Big time average cube win rate on this one. So all in all, right now, I think this is a card with a ton of promise. We'll see exactly where the meta lands, but I think this one could be absolutely nuts, and certainly felt nuts, as you're about to see. But before we get into the games, I want to show you something really cool. This is the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland, except it's a demon. As if that grin wasn't already creepy enough. But now you can add this sick character design to your roster as a legendary champion in everybody's favorite game, Raid Shadow Legends. So Cheshire Cat is a big time damage dealer who can kind of cheat by chaining turns, making him a dangerous tool for both PvE and PvP content. And new players can unlock him totally for free right now with the code KITTYCUT after downloading the game using my link in the description or via this QR code. But if this horrifyingly happy demon cat isn't for you, then you might instead want to go with Alice the Wanderer, another free legendary champion. She can disrupt enemy cooldowns while boosting her own damage, so basically she hits harder and more often. I personally have Alice. You might have seen her in some videos here on the channel, and she has carried me through quite a few PvP matches in my time. I love seeing cool character designs like these. It's always really fun to open shards in Raid and just see what all of the different characters and champions look like. These are definitely 2 of the coolest ones. And these are really just a couple of the many new champions and the cool new lore that's always being added into the game. There's basically always something new to do in Raid. And that's exactly why it's the perfect time to join millions of other players and try out Raid today. You can get tons of free stuff, but only if you use my link down in the description or pinned comment or this QR code right here on screen. Up first, you'll instantly unlock a huge starter pack with legendary Elenaril from the High Elves faction. Then you can reach level 15 to get the epic Tagoar from the Orc faction. That is a very big dude. On top of that, new players can also pick 1 of 4 promo codes for a free legendary champion of their choice. We already discussed Alice the Wanderer with code GETALICE and Cheshire Cat with code KITTYCUT, but you can also get Turvold with code BIGDAWG or Razelvarg with code GOFAST. You know, Alice is going to be my pick there, but Turvold actually looks pretty sick too. Now, if you want to show off all of your new champions that you just unlocked for free, you should also join my clan in game. It's called Friends of Regis. Can't wait to see you there. Okay, Nidavellir, yeah, we're not the best at, but we can still just brute force through it, you know? Put some big guys over there, and maybe just load up like the Chamber and Luna too, and then dump a Artem Zolid card over there or something at the end. Who knows? Should be fine. And this game really wants us to go wide. I will say Foom is also very good at stealing left. Maybe we let the Foom do his thing over there. That said, you know, this is a good spot to get Foom some preemptive stats as well, because often people load up Stark Tower. You could also just do Foom left, though, and then Artem Zolid elsewhere. If we, I mean, we don't currently have that line, because we don't have Artem Zolid, we don't have Wave, that sort of thing, but we do have a Strife. Oh my god. So Strife left is great, and then we can actually just play the raw Foom as well later. Boy, Strife left is going to be just beautiful, actually. Wow. Yeah. Mobius is fine because we don't have Wave stuff. That's okay. We got Luna stuff. That's good news. Hydro-Man does suck against Mobius. We shouldn't need it, right? So this is not currently going to go off, but will go off for Foom later. Oh, we can't hard play a Foom anymore thanks to the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Really interesting they chose the cube here instead of that. Oh, we can hard play a Foom if we want, actually. Do we want, though? I don't know if we need to. I think maybe we just try to win left with Foom and right with dudes. Maybe it's Blob. Artem Zola would still be pretty sweet for the record. I wish we had a Panther here instead, but I think, you know, of course, limiting the opponent is perhaps more intriguing. I don't know. Do we trust the Foom left to win? Like, it's worth another 15. Chamber's also going to net another. Actually, should we Chamber now? Yes, because we're never going to get more points there, because we might play a 6-drop mid or right or whatever. So yeah, we should Chamber now. Nico is pretty small, which is good news. They're gonna need a pretty big card left if they want to somehow beat the Strife. I just don't really see that happening, right? So I think we just, like we said, play the blob right, and we should be good to go. He's actually not going to be very big usually, especially if we draw a Wave. Maybe it's just Hydro-Man or whatever. Oh, Panther's actually going to be bigger. Yeah, so just Panther right and Strife left. I mean, outside of, you know, disruption, this should be fine. Remember, we can't play Foom because the cube got turned off. I mean, I don't know, you know, of course, you know, you got Shadow King, you got Shang-Chi, you got things you're scared of here, but Red Hulk's a tie on that. Luna is so freaking close, but we didn't float any energy because of the Cosmic Ghost Rider and the Sandman. We don't float energy, which means the Red Hulk does not scale, which means it does not steal the points from Monster Metropolis. We tie instead of it, you know, stealing them single-handedly. That would be an enormous swing. Wow. And of course, Strife is a chill 26 power. A 426, it turns out, is pretty good. That was scary. In a weird way, their Cosmic Ghost Rider Ice Cube kind of hurt them. I mean, of course, we would have played a Foom if not for the Cosmic Ghost Rider, which also would have filled the, you know, that would have been even bigger and would have been 16 points. And, well, I mean, it may not have been a Cosmic Ghost, but you get the idea, you know, would have been bigger than the Panther and taken the Metropolis anyway. So, you know, it's all give and take. But really interesting, crazy close game with a lot of tiny little things that made a big impact at the end of the day. Kind of crazy. +1 energy. Go get 'em, Chamber. Thundercat. I am playing like only bots today, guys. I'm having the hardest time finding games, man. Like, you know, you play bots, you get cool Strife games, you play humans, and Strife's nowhere to be seen or the game's boring. I think Thundercat could be real, though. Jotunheim. That's fine. So this will be a game we don't find Strife, right? Or don't have on reveals, as it currently sits. I need an early game on reveal to make Strife hit. Need Wave or Luna or Penny or Psylocke. One of those four. Psylocke, that'll work. Yeah, we'll take it. Jotunheim's an okay spot, I would guess, for a Arnim Zola setup. It's not ideal, but I don't want to put the Psylocke there either right now, earlier than I need to. So maybe Hydro Man here creates some more opportunity for us, even though it does also potentially help the opponent. We've also now got Strife. Maybe you just go Sandman a turn early, and then you go Strife. You're at 2 on reveals, so that's fine. You have on turn 6 maybe like an Arnim Zola for the double Strife. That would be pretty sick. Although I guess right's maybe not the best Fin Fang Foom, to be honest. Left is going to be a decently big Fin Fang Foom, I think. And Strife would get debuffed in Jotunheim if you go that route as well, so that's also kind of bad, right? So maybe you just load up Strife here and you just play like Blob. Blob is potentially, though, only going to be 11 points is the problem. Yeah, I don't know. We also just don't have an Arnim Zola yet. If you drew the Arnim Zola, you'd have a decent Blob, ironically. You don't draw the Arnim Zola. Yeah, I mean, do you just like, is Foom good enough, right? It's only plus 2 points. Oh, maybe you just leave the Foom mid here. Maybe you just leave him mid. Drax is gonna get buffed, so that helps. Maybe you leave him mid and just play Blob left. Blob left. Boom gains 10, you're at 15. They lose more points than you. Drax will actually sometimes want to move though, won't he? Yeah, and that's end of turn, so Strife goes off after that. We didn't hit an Arnim Zola. We don't have a Fin Fang Foom. Chamber's a little bigger, like enough to flip, but not really ideal. Yeah, I just don't feel great about this, man. We really wish we hit the Arnim Zola. Hey, they are gonna have... Oh! This Drax moves first! But I'll be losing left anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like, if Drax moves, that defeats the whole purpose. No, I'm winning right, so that's fine, actually. That's fine! That's perfect! Let's go! That's so perfect. The Drax moving makes my Strife so much bigger. Oh, it's as if I'm a genius and I planned it all out from the very beginning. I didn't, but it's as if. Yes. Yes, great game. Getting the Drax out of the way. Wow. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. Dude, this is the thing though, right? It's like, it's a 421. And the fact that it's objective makes it so much better from like a priority standpoint. Like, you know, you just like, there's so many reasons that can be advantageous, basically. Hey, new card. Yes. Am I the only one who thinks Strife's head looks like comically small for his body? Is that like, I don't, for whatever reason, that doesn't seem like a thing I remember about the character having a comically tiny head. It's just something about this pose, or I don't know. I also feel like there used to be different base art and they redid it, and I think I like the old one better. Yeah, this was the old base art for Strife that was in the game forever, and I feel like I like this one a lot more. I mean, it just feels like more detailed, less cartoony, more interesting pose. This one just has the tiniest head I've ever seen. Anyway, we're gonna play Wave, which opens us up to a lot of options this next turn. Black Panther. If we drew a Blob, that would be interesting. Foom looks like already a good target left or mid. A little worse, I guess. Okay. Diablos was gonna screw either one of those up. You can go Foom, but now that Foom's in hand, you kind of think you maybe want to just play your Strife. But you don't have to do it yet, right? You can just go like Hydro Man first. Or arguably even Panther first. Hydro Man really doesn't have a lot of great targets right now. Just trying to decide where I want things to go here. I don't know. Cheating Panther for only 1 energy doesn't feel super great to me. So Fooms can actually match Null. Really interesting here. So like Strife can go here, right, to match the Null. Then you can Arnim Zola left. That's gonna be crazy actually. Arnim Zola left to set the Black Panther mid and right. That's gonna, of course, buff the null, and Strife will not go off until the end of all that, which is perfect, because that means the null is gonna fully resolve before the Foom hits, right? It's really kind of perfect, as long as you think you're gonna win your right location with the buffed Panther. This is presumably great. Blob is only 10 points, so that's not better. Yeah, I mean, I think this is 26 right, feels pretty great given what they've got down here. If they had like a Shang-Chi or something on this Strife, maybe that would be a problem, but otherwise I think we're pretty okay. This is just sort of perfect, right? Well, actually, currently the only problem is the only problem is Panther's doing it himself. Dang it, that makes it a little less interesting. Like, it's still insane, right? Like, I had a 19 power 4 drop. There's basically a 4 cost infinite here, right? But it's kind of sad that Panther won anyway. I thought they were going to destroy more stuff and make this null way bigger, right? I was expecting like a Killmonger or something to come in here and buff this a bunch. Instead, they just played the death. Yeah, opponent kind of had an underwhelming game here, but we're seeing the, I mean, you know, this is a 419, but had null been buffed, like even, you know, another what, like 6, 8, 9, this would be a 21 power null. It would have gone to 42 from Throne Room, which, because it would have been bigger than Panther, right? And then Strife would have been a 48 power 4 drop. A 48 power 4 drop. Can we talk about that, dude? Like, that's insane. Come on. And then I guess he would have gotten doubled again to 96, although, you know, we don't really count that, but still. Actually nuts. Wave is gone. Absorbing Man is gone. I'd rather lose Wave than a Strife, I guess. Currently kind of need something to do, though. We're not going to have a third on reveal if we don't hit one here in a second. Danger versus Lasher. I'm taking that, man. We got priority, right? So that's a good time to get rid of it before they I actually won one of these, by the way. I never win these like symmetrical location rolls, X Mansion, etc. Really nice to win one for once. Well, that sucks. Hey, Strife doesn't suck though. That's good. I mean, I guess if we hit the ninja, we still don't really care. Although I do like the notion of having an extra on reveal here. Although I guess we don't actually need it, do we? Because we're gonna have 1, 2, 3. So yeah, this should be fine. We'll just go Strife left this game to set him up for the Arnim Zola potentially. Whether he is an Arnim Zola or whether we Arnim Zola him, in either case. Because he could be a blob too, which is pretty great when you're starting at 6 already. So that's good. We hit the ninja, unfortunately. We don't care about moving that. I mean, honestly, we didn't really need the ramp anyway. It didn't really matter either way. So yeah, I think we'll just go Sandman mid here probably. That will put us at oh, the ninja. Wait, he counts as an on reveal now. Why does it say 2 out of 3? Oh, I played. Oh, I didn't realize this. It doesn't actually have to stay on board. I still played the spider, even though the card is gone. It still saw me play it, so it still counts. Oh, interesting. So we don't actually know now if Strife is gonna hit Arnim Zola or Blob. So maybe we play Black Panther left in that case, so that we have kind of a Arnim Zola out next turn either way. Like if we hit Arnim Zola now, we hit the Black Panther. Yippee. If we hit Blob now, then Arnim Zola can hit either of these targets and we'll still be happy next turn, assuming Spider Ham does not ham my targets here. I mean, I guess just don't hit the 2/6 drop Spider Ham. Shulao is a big boy. Ham hits. Ham did not hit. Okay, hit chamber. Perfect. Okay, so we roll the Arnim Zola. Okay, that's fine. Now I can actually Arnim Zola. He's not an Arnim Zola. He just used the Arnim Zola, right? So no, we can't actually like Arnim Zola again here. That doesn't do anything. But I think Blob is just a great play left here now. You could also probably just stack mid to be extra safe. Like this is always 19 or 21 points. Assuming you think 26 is safe, right? Which I do. Then you just blob mid. But, you know, 25 here does look a little exposed if they somehow got big enough mid or something, right? Yeah. Yeah. This seems pretty good. I don't think they'll go for right, will they? I don't know. Guess we're gonna find out. They will not. Nice. Yeah. Interesting angle here on the Strife, right? Like, kind of cool. Hey, opponent. Thanks for the kindness. Distracted snapper. You and me both, man. Hey, Death's Domain we're pretty decent at, I would say, thanks to Arnim Zola always. So we need to just hit a big guy into Zola. I would actually prefer a wave into Fin Fang Foom and then Arnim Zola that, right? Strife Foom stop. Strife becoming a Foom and then getting Arnim Zola, remember, does not go off a second time. But if you Arnim Zola before the Strife goes off, you do still get 2 Fooms. So, you know, there are still reasons to do that. The Raft, huh? Opponent might just turn that off. We could try it, I guess. But I kind of like Strife left now. Like exactly what we were talking about. Like, although we aren't gonna have, we'll only have 2 on reveal. No, that's actually kind of, that's exactly though what we were talking about, right? Like that's kind of good, right? So you go Strife here. I mean, I guess the Foom, what was this, by the way? A beta rate bill. Okay. I guess do we want to win Raft? Like we can also just win Raft, but I don't know. I kind of just want to do fun Foom stuff. So like turn 5, we will, oh, that makes my Foom better. Not great still yet, I guess, but oh god, if they have all their points in the back line, we could be a little cooked. Wow, dude, it is just always zombie giant man or whatever. Was that hunger maybe? I feel like there's so many horde cards in there. It's just always horde cards. There aren't that. Oh good god. Oh no, blob is a disaster. That really challenges our lines here. Well, actually, I can just make it. Does double Foom win this? Or does Foom left win this too, I guess? Well, no, if I play Foom, I won't have Foom for the Strife. Strife would become a blob in that case, though, which is actually also pretty big still. So maybe you do this and you just trust the blob mid and Foom left. Foom left again, though. Oh my god, dude. Good god, they are annoying. So blob is 12 points and Foom is 17 points. I mean, that's enough usually, right? Assuming your Strife wins, which it should. God, they're just hitting the craziest plays. Agatha, wait, wait, no, that was from Valentina, right? Okay. I was like, wait a minute, there's no way they've had that the whole time. Can this beat us? No! Oh, nice! We're fine. What a crazy game, dude. So we're gonna have... Oh, actually, I forgot the second Strife is not getting any points. I forgot he's not getting any points. There's nothing left to eat. Oh, God. No, I forgot. I was just thinking they were both gonna get to eat, but obviously that's not true. With Foom, they both get to Foom, right? But they don't both get to eat. Oh, God, we got lucky. Oh god, we got lucky. Agatha bailed us out, guys. I mean, it's still really cool to see Strife so easily get to like 18 points all the time in this deck, but guys, we got bailed out, man. Oh god, they hit some nutty plays. And Morph, the Ramatut was crazy. Oh my god, Agatha bailed us out, man. Agatha saved us. All right, Hub. Psylocke, do we get down just to make sure we have the on reveal ready? You know, you have a choice, like big guy or on reveal. Foom's not in hand yet, which could potentially change things. Next turn, Chamber Penny would be the only 4 cosplay. 5 cosplays do open up a little bit with Blackstone if I win, though. We're not gonna win Blackstone, sadly. They are. Deathlock is weird. Strife would be a great draw. Penny would be acceptable. Panther's gone. Hello, opponent. STRYFE, insane draw. Let's go. Oh, they're being sweet. Thank you, opponent. Thank you, opponent. Good luck out there. So we got one on reveal here. We got only have ramp if we win Blackstone here, which is definitely possible, especially if they're playing there. That looks pretty good. The horde hitting left helps too. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Really helps, man. If that horde goes mid, we're cooked. We like it. They were trying to push it mid. We got lucky. So actually, despite that, I don't have a 5 cosplay right now, which is completely mind-boggling. This will make the STRYFE resolve, which I don't really want yet, right? So I think we just do chamber. I would rather hit a Foom, or, you know, right now, like, Blob is just going to eat potentially some really good cards, which I don't want. Techno-organic virus, dog. That's cool. Whoa, it makes the cards look all crazy. That's actually a sick graphic. That makes me like the card way more. Holy crap, that's really cool. So now, like, Sandman would, again, make this go off. But if it hits Arnim Zola, you're just really not happy. I mean, you're not maybe too disastrously sad if the Arnim Zola hits the chamber. Or if it hits the Sandman, I guess, too. But, you know, if you get Blob, I don't have a lot of ways to play points outside of maybe a top deck Fin Fang Foom. So I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to see here. Once in future on the Merlin itself. Wow. There's their STRYFE. Oh my god, that's gonna be active. So let's see what that is, I guess. We hit Arnim Zola. What target do we hit? Oh, Sandman's not bad, like we said. Not bad, actually. Okay, do we still win mid, though, is the question. I do value that ramp if I hit Foom. How big is this STRYFE? Oh my god, what was that? Oh, Shulao, and it buffed itself, dog. Oh, we lose the ramp, so I can't play Foom. It's got to be Blob exactly. Or you could Arnim Zola again. Boy, that doesn't feel very good mid, though, does it? Like, Chamber's only gaining 4. So you're going to, like, 22? But you don't really trust right if you do this, do you? This is guaranteed to be at least 15 points and often 16 points. Well, it's really just 15 or 16. There's no way around that. I think there's a chance this is the right thing to do, though, because I think there's a chance. Oh, well, okay. I was going to say a chance right gets stranded, but oh. There was actually a great chance. The Sandman Arnim Zola line would have lost anyway, so that wasn't gonna happen. If this just hit like Spectrum or something, we're fine, right? Well, no, we would lose a tiebreaker in that exact scenario, but you know, whatever. Some smaller 6-drop. Arnim Zola, yeah, maybe still would have lost. STRYFE Shulao, not remotely surprised, of course, that's, you know, like we said, I think STRYFE's gonna be absolutely nuts in any deck with a big on reveal. Shulao is a perfect example of a deck with a big on reveal. Rip snap. Oh no, it's apparently not too dead. They're playing. I don't think that's a bot, at least. I've been playing mostly bots today, so that's a good sign. Real human opponent is welcome. This is the first game I also don't have STRYFE, though. Discard a card. My 2-drop. No, Red Guardian, huh? That would be a good way to turn off a STRYFE. We might have this problem this game where I don't have enough on reveals. But it should be fine if you go like 3, 4, you know, 4 is STRYFE or whenever, right? But hey, nice, perfect, actually. You know, you go like, you turn 3, turn 5, and turn 6, basically get to play on reveals, right? So should be okay. I structured it in a way that we should have plenty. And I even did like Penny Parker as technically a way to get an extra on reveal, right? Like, she's not only a ramp card in this deck, but also technically 2 on reveals if you need them. Like, you know, it can be a turn 2 and a turn 3 on reveal. I don't anticipate you'd really be too worried about that, but I just wanted to make sure I had like a backup plan in place, you know? So, yeah, STRYFE here. We'll go, God, I really like STRYFE mid, honestly, for an extra set of Fin Fang Fooms. Although, I don't know, maybe Panther's just going to be better because at the end of the day, like, they don't have a good strong frontline cards, right? And this way I get to contest Asgard too, which we don't really care about, but denying them could be quite valuable. So in that case, I think it's worth it. Are they gonna go for their discarded Red Guardian? Do I care? It turns off an Ice Cube, but that's not really that important. I think this is just a perfect time to play Sandman. Or do we still like Black Panther better, like we said? I mean, it's gonna be pretty hard for them to beat a Black Panther, right? At the same time, like Sandman plus Foom is also, well, if I go Foom, I don't get a Foom from Strife though, which could be a reason, by the way, to do the Strife early, but it still would be pretty bad. I think it's just Panther here, really, realistically. It's true though that like Strife is just going to be unnecessary probably this game. Like I just don't know why you'd need him. You know, like if I'm going to have a 20 power Panther or whatever. Oh, the Shuri setup, I take it back. Maybe we do need it. Blob has not been good so far, but it's because I keep drawing extra cards. I mean, surely Black Panther here still holds with Strife, right? It's only going to be an extra 4 on Strife, but an extra 20 from Panther feels awfully good. I don't know. Like, how big could this... Oh! I don't know now! Now I'm scared! What is it? Is it Foom? It's Red Guardian, return to hand from Sanctum Infinitum. Not nearly enough. Wow, okay. Got a ton of power off of Shuri, but just Red Guardian kind of meh. I don't know if they had a bigger planned payoff in this deck. I'm not really sure. Shuri Gwynpool, I'm trying to think, is like, you know, is there a, you know, Black Panther? Is there a Foom in the deck they just didn't draw, you know? I don't know. Winning Asgard might have helped us there. So our Strife was only a 410, which wasn't admittedly all that great. I mean, but it's actually not bad, right? That's the thing, is like a 410's great. That's, you know, Typhoid Mary with no downside, basically. Hey, I like the hand, okay. I kind of want to do the turn, I haven't done yet a turn 5 Strife activation on Foom into the turn 6 Foom, like double Foom that way, basically, is what I'm getting at. By the way, this is going to be a problem for us, probably. I don't know. Morag seems very challenging. It's just really, I mean, I guess Arnim Zola solves that problem if the opponent didn't just steal it. Wave, sure. Is it Strife? Do you do Strife left? The Vibranium Mines is really terrifying. Loki gives them some heavy hitters. That's also terrifying. You can currently contest that Iron Patriot by just winning Baxter Building. I mean, obviously they can play more cards there sometimes, but... So the Foom is in hand. Right now, Strife does not activate on that, but he might later. But do you want to put him somewhere else so that you have, like, Arnim Zola play? Or do you just put him here? This is exactly what I was just describing, by the way. We can go for the turn 5 Foom. I guess we won't have the turn 6 Foom, though, because I don't have any other ramp right now. But we can go for the early Foom if we want. I mean, it's only another plus 6 points. It's just so hard for me to win a second spot here without Arnim Zola, right? That's going to be the issue. Like, I have Chamber Spider or something, I guess. When it does get the win mid, they do give me the Luna, so now I have the second Foom set up. It's real. It's happening. We can just go Foom times 2. Is it right, though? Is it right? This only gives you 6 points is the problem, you know? And I won't be able to play anything mid in this scenario. You could just go like Chamber Black Panther or something next turn too, I guess. This is always at least 14 points, sometimes 16 points. The Ice Cube kind of turns off any Arnim Zola top deck anyways. I'm going to go for the early Foom here. That's going to show our Foom to the opponent. Sandman actually doesn't hurt us too much technically. That looked like Psylocke, so we're going to hit a 15 point, no blob? Wait, how did he only go to 11? Oh, I don't have that card in deck because of Cable. The Luna's not really there. Oh my god. The Luna's not really there, guys. Vibranium. would let me play a card mid, but none are good enough, right? I get that. Oh, well, no, never mind. Sandman anyway. Dude, I don't know. Like, do they go left and try to beat this blob, or do they go right? Impossible to say, right? Impossible to say. Impossible to say. Do we ever split the difference, you know? Like Chamber Spider or something. Just to surprise them. I guess you would go Vibranium Spider in that case. I mean, 5 points, 26 is a 12-point lead. I don't know, dude. A 4-point lead here is... I'm nervous this isn't good enough. I kind of just want to Foom right. I don't know. I wanted to play the double Foom even if it loses me the game. Come on. Oh, okay. Well, okay. All that dilemma for nothing. It's really, really hard to say. We might have just been big enough in both cases they don't have it, but I think splitting's probably technically better, but I really like the... I really just like playing the double Foom. All right, leg kind of has bot vibes. Leg does, but I don't know. Penny is that better or worse with Atalan? Probably better. Just get like a good body. Do you ever take both on reveals here to set up for Strife? I don't think so. I think you just take the ramp, right? Because there's a lot of good 5-drops you can hit outside of any Strife stuff. Hey, good call there. Yeah, I think this is fine. This is not symmetrical, right? Which is nice. Wave and Luna both being symmetrical has some real risk and downside. Moving this to Dark Dimension 2 could have some interesting impact for priority, but I don't know if we really want priority typically because of Foom. Hey, that's actually even better for priority. Nice. Luna here for the Giga ramp option. We don't have a 5-drop though, really? That's kind of sad. Hey, 5-drop, nice. Let's stack up one place here for 2 reasons. Number 1, to leave Artem Zola available, and number 2, for priority management for Foom. I think that makes sense, right? If they play anything mid, they grab priority for a minute. Well, it's unfortunately not anything mid, so we're probably gonna get priority this turn. Surge, man, they are just super low powered right now. Foom at 1 is absolutely totally insane. I think you just do this into Artem Zola, right? Seems absolutely cracked. We don't have to worry about priority necessarily so much because you expect the zombie horde's gonna be pretty big, and then, you know, right is where you're really gonna be getting even more points, although currently it does all kind of suck over there, to be honest. But that's where we're strong anyway, so that's less of a problem. So like Absorbing Man's you're getting 5 off the Horde and 5 off Absorbing Man, so that's at least a 20 power Fin Fang Foom, right? Opponent just nothing came together, presumably here. First really good Hydro Man I felt like I've had so far, which is cool to see, even if that wasn't a cool Strife game. All right, wave blob time. Lemuria not screwing me for once. Nice. So if we go wave blob, that might eat some of our better stuff. That's definitely a bit of a concern. Maybe we just go Luna. Leave mid open for Artem Zola stuff. So you go Luna, and then you go... I guess, I don't know, maybe I should have played Luna right, honestly, because I'm not really worried about losing my cube or not. Oh, this might be a Hella deck. Interesting. Okay. Black Panther here. Currently, Strife is always blob, but he wouldn't hit until turn 6. I mean, Panther mid is definitely the move for, like, Artem Zola lines. Ooh, that's already the death. Okay. Big old tempo left. We can get to 26 left if we hit an Artem Zola, no problem. We know that. Hydro Man or Tempo Strife? If you go blob here, there is a chance you eat everything but Artem Zola. You could eat Sandman, Psylocke, Foom, but there's also a chance you just eat the Artem Zola. If I eat the Artem Zola, my Strife comes down to just Hydro Man, which I think kind of sucks, right? So what we might do instead here is just play the Strife and a Penny Parker. send Strife to be a blob already. But then if I play the blob, I won't have anything left for the final turn, right? Like, this blob is really making me just unsure, guys. I gotta be honest. So maybe it's just Hydro Man for now. And then you Strife and you hope to hit like Foom plus blob or something, right? Or Strife plus Foom or whatever, right? Like some combination of Hydro Man plus 6-drop or whatever. Opponent is going giga hard left. Wow. Foom is not very good there either because all the big guys are in the back line. Hydro Man can make the opponent's life way better, and I hit Psylocke. Good God, that sucks. What a miserable draw that is. God, that's just miserable and awful and the worst draw imaginable to mankind. No Artem Zola, no Foom. Blob is always 18 points, but like, is there a chance the opponent just like gives up, right? Like, there's no way this is good. I mean, I guess Strife is just always better than Blob, by the way. You can just play like a wave. I mean, 15 points ain't nothing. Oh my God, this might hold actually. Holy crap, this might hold actually. Holy crap, this might hold actually. Swordmaster into Jubilee. How big is Jubilee? There's no way it's big enough to beat this blob, right? Magneto is fine. Hydro Man holds like we said. Oh my God, dude, this is so scary. Strife is just 24 points. You know, like that's enough. Yeah, dude. Okay, yeah. Opponent just didn't, I don't know, like, I don't think they were a bot, by the way. Like, kind of a basic deck, which kind of gives you bot vibes, but I don't know, it also just feels, maybe they were a bot, I don't know.